All right, guys. Well, here you go. Welcome to episode 2 in my hauling how-to series. And as you can see, I have spawned in new Babbage. I'm going to start this episode out with a very brief inventory tutorial for you new folks, because I know you're rip-roaring ready to go and you want to get out there, and I get it. So real quickly, to access our inventory, we're going to hit I. All these slots right here are armor slots. This is armor. This is a helmet, obviously. This is our backpack. So you can take the helmet off. Now we drag it off the actual deal there. And we set it down. To get this back on, all you got to do is just double click it and it just goes right back on. So if we take off a piece of armor and we drop it into an inventory, just double click it and it'll go back into its slot. So just real quickly, what you're looking at, this is my backpack. This is the inventory. This is the stuff that's in my backpack right here. Right, so right here there's a torso, like this is a torso piece. There's nothing really in that inventory, and then my legs have a little bit of storage space as well. Okay, so this section right here is mainly for the player. This section over here is going to be for like the local inventories and storage containers and stuff like that we encounter, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But just real quickly, this section right here is broken into basically two sections. One is this is our equipment, but this section right here is our weapons. So I've got it highlighted right here. So this right here is a Karna rifle. It's hanging out right here, and it's in slot 1. Okay, my max lift tractor beam is sitting over here in slot 2, and it's attached to this backpack. And then slot 3 is this little med gun, which rides right here. You can either put this med gun there or you can put a pistol there. It's either or. All right. And then if we go over to the gadgets section, we have a Pyro multi-tool sitting right here in slot 4 with a max lift with a true hole tractor beam attachment. And this is a combat knife, and it's living, I think it's living right there. It's living right there next to see, there you go. Now these slots right here are inventory slots for med pins. These are like quick grab med pins. You just boom, you can grab them, really quickly by hitting 4. These are ammo. These are magazine slots right here. And these slots right here would be reserved for like grenades. And now this slot right here is for like mining gadgets. And if you put one there, it would actually attach like right under here. It would stick to the bottom of the backpack. The inventory system is broken down into these little categories that you can quickly filter items through. You can do searches from this inventory. You can clear the searches real quickly. What we can do, you can also interact. These are local storage access terminals. It used to be you'd have to walk up and hit F. That's the only way you could get into them. But the cool thing now is I don't have to even do that. I could just walk up and hit I, and it has a proximity. So what's cool is I can open up multiple containers, and I can actually sort these things back. I can move these things back and forth between these containers. So this is the local inventory right here. Okay. I mean, and then this is me. Local inventory. There's a lot of different options, but again, you can sort through all the different armor, the helmets, the core pieces, that kind of thing. And then or you could do a search, like, I don't know, more. If I put in that and hit search, it brings up Morozov armor, right? And then when I'm done, I can just hit clear search and go back to the local inventory. There we go. That's me. That's the local inventory. There you go. It's a little clunky, but it does work. And when you're done, you can uncheck these boxes right here. And that's basically how it works. And so what you want to do now, if you're taking items out of here, let me show you this real quick. So like sustenance, which is food. So let me clear that. So if I take items out of here, I can just drag it and drop it right into my inventory. See how it gives that plus sign, and I can just drop it in there. Now armor pieces and stuff, I check this out. Let me just show you this. So if you're curious, you see how it lights? It turns green when you hover over it. It's telling you where that item goes, right? Same can be said for like let's go to gadgets. Gadgets are like the tools and stuff, the multi-tools. Let me see if I can get rid of that. This part here is a little clunky too. But if I hover over that, you notice how it lights this up green right here. That's telling you where that's going to go. So you can just double click it. If I didn't have one in my inventory, I could just double click it. The attachment. So when you get a max lift, when you get your attachment, this is what you're going to do. You're just going to come over here and you're going to go to attachments. We're going to take that off right there. So you're going to look for your true hold tractor beam attachment. You see how it's lighting up right here? You would just double click it. Boom, it would go into here. Let me drag it off of there. So I can just double click it. And it puts it right in there. You see what I mean? And that's it. That's all you have to do. Later on, when you get if you do get the max lift tractor beam, if you use my referral code, you will be able to get a max lift tractor beam, and it'll live right here. And all you'll have to do for it is just double click it, and it should go right into that slot right there, whatever slot is open. So the very first one you double click is going to go into slot 1, and you can always move it around if you want to. If you want to slide it up into that slot, you can do that too. Also, just real quickly, when you do get to ready, when you're modifying your weapons, it's the same exact thing. If the weapon can hold that item, it'll turn green. If it can't hold it, it won't turn green. It won't let you put it in there. But you want to double click it, okay? I hope that makes sense. So when we get ready to update your character and put the core piece on, and I'll just show you real quick. So if we go to core and you're looking for the max flex, there's a venture core, that'll work. You would just double click it and it would pop in right here. That would be it. And then all you would do, the next thing you do, you would go, it doesn't matter where you're at in the verse, you could go backpack. You would find your backpack and double click it, and it's going to pop into that slot right there. And that's all you need to do. Any of the items you purchase for like food and stuff like that, just drag it and you can just bring it over and drop it into your backpack. This is your backpack. And once you've done that, man, you're good to go. And that's the quick down and dirty version of the inventory system. And that right there should get you out in the verse. And when you're done, just hit I and it'll get out. So if you get if you come up on a storage container, you can just hit I and you can open it. You don't have to click F anymore. All right, cool. All right, so that concludes the brief inventory tutorial. If you want a real deep dive into the inventory system, go check out my video on the new inventory system. All right, so real quickly, if you started the game with 10,000 credits, what you're going to do when you leave your hangar, doesn't matter where you're at in the verse, there's a couple things you're going to get. You're going to get the core piece for your chest and the backpack. You're going to get a Pyro multi-tool, and you're going to get a true hold tractor beam attachment to go on that rascal. And then after that, you're going to get some drinks. You're going to get a med pen and then an oxygen pen, just to spare. Okay, that way you have at least 2. If you do spawn in with 60,000 credits and use mine or somebody else's referral code, go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get the max lift tractor beam. If you want to go ahead and get the multi-tool, that's fine, because it could do a lot of other things. It can actually get a med attachment. It'll act just like this med gun. Well, similar to it. So if you want to go ahead and pick it up, that's fine. But I can tell you, man, we can go places and find them things laying around for free. So if you get this, you don't necessarily need to get the multi-tool unless you just want it, and that's fine. But we're going to go, and I'm going to show you, if you're in Babbage, which is where we're at right now, I'm going to show you where you need to go get those items. So here we go. All right, guys, here we are in Babbage. The very first thing we're going to do, it doesn't matter where you go, which door. You see there's 4 sets of doors here. We'll just take this one right here. And we're going to call the elevator up. These things are sort of like the TARDIS from Doctor Who. They're not really elevators. They're more like, I don't know. They kind of warp you over to the spaceport. And we're going to pop out right at the ASOP terminals, as you're about to see. All right, so here we are at the ASOP terminals here in New Babbage. This is what it looks like. So where we're headed to is we're headed to the Aspire Grand, which is this building right here. And inside the Aspire Grand is a convenience store called Kelto.
Okay. It was great.
We're going to head to the train station, okay? And as you're about to see, every place in Stanton has this run right here. It should look familiar to her, or well, it's going to look familiar to. So we're going to come over here. We're going to get on another elevator, and we're going to go to the tram station. Okay, we're going to take basically a tram over to straight to the Aspire Grand, the Metro Loop. Cool. So you just want to go here, and we're going to stay over to our left. And right here is the Aspire Grand. Yeah, kind of funky, but whatever. You just go ahead and get on it. You could sit down if you want to. But just real quickly, guys, I know you new guys just getting started. You want to get cool armor and all that. I get it. I truly get it. But really, reality is that cool armor doesn't matter right now. It just doesn't. What matters is you want to use your starting credits very wisely. All the armor and that kind of stuff will come later. You're going to make a pile of credits pretty quickly, and if you want to buy cool armor, that's fine, but there's places where you can go and find it. And you ought to see this place in the daytime if it's not snowing. It's pretty cool. Back in the day, a couple updates, but we used to spawn right here. This is where we spawned, and we'd have to take the train to the terminal. But now this is where we spawn in our hangars. So, but this is the Aspire Grand. Really, really, really cool. Awesome. The release of this 4.7 update, the new inventory system, they did away with the never-ending empty bottle. You only had to buy like 2 bottles, 2 cruise luxes, and that's all you needed. But now you actually have to purchase food again. You actually have to do that, which is a good thing. So when you come off the tram, just take a left, and we're going to go up these stairs right here. When we get to the top, I'm just going to hang it right. You can go left or right, it don't matter. You're going to end up in the same place, okay? And we're just going to go up right here. And there is the Kelto. That's where we're headed to. And that's a place where you can pay your crime stat. But isn't this place cool looking? Real quick, guys. Just real quickly. Look, there's Tressler. Right in there is medical if you need to, get some medical services. But check it out, man. I mean, the artist, it's just beautiful, man. Like the detail that they put into this place, man. And just imagine what it's going to look like when it goes live. It still is pretty impressive. So real quickly, if you do spawn here, you can come in here and get meds if you want to. You can get those over here. It's just, what I like about New Babbage is like everything's like right here. It's real simple. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go over here to Kelto, and we'll show you real quickly. So here's the armor, right? What we need is that Venture Core. We need this chest piece right here, right? And we need this backpack. Now, unfortunately, here in Microtech, the chest piece and the backpack is going to set you back about 3,100 credits. If you purchase the new Aurora Mark II that comes with this set of armor, you're doing great. You don't have to buy anything other than our attachments for our tractor beams and such. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and, like, guys, you don't need all this stuff, okay? You already have a pistol. You don't need the guns yet. What you need, if you're a 10,000 credit starting guy, you need the multi-tool, and you need the true hole tractor beam attached. You can get it 2 different ways. You can look at it and hold F, or you can press F, okay? You can do it that way. You also need 1 med pen and 1 oxygen pen. Or what you can do, you can just come up here and go into the kiosk here. You can just go, first thing you can do is just go armor. We're going to get the armor. See, it just pulls up. It's got this rucksack backpack, and you need this. Buy these 2 items, right? So if you can do a quick buy or buy. It doesn't matter. It'll go into your inventory. I'll show you that in just a second. So we get that. Next thing you want to do is go personal weapons, right? And this stuff is in alphanumeric. It's in alphabetical order. So we'll scroll down. And what we're looking for is the max lift. So here's the Pyro multi-tool. And if we need to go up. And here's the max lift tractor beam. So it's 19,000 credits. So if you started with 60,000 credits, go ahead and buy this. Just go ahead and buy it. Once you get that, you're good to go. I recommend you get a couple of waters. Get about 4 of those. And what you want to do is you want to get, these are Synergy drinks, and these are the Cruise Dark. I don't care which one you get, but get about 6 of these, okay? Or 6 of each, it doesn't matter. And the reason is that eventually you're going to start getting thirsty, and you're going to start getting hungry. These two type of drinks will fill both at the same time. If you're only drinking water, then you got to eat some kind of food. If you want to get burritos and junk like that, they're expensive. You don't need that. Just get these. starting out. That's really all you need. Okay, cool. Come out here, because typically when you buy stuff, it's going to go into the local inventory. So the local inventory is the stuff here. In these, you're just going to hit I. You're going to pull in your local inventory. So what you would do, again, you would come in, we would go to core, and we would find that item that we bought, and we would drop it right here. And then when we got done with that, we would go to backpacks. We'd grab our backpack, put our backpack on, right? Then we would go for med pins. There's medical right there. We'll close the armor slot. And there would be the med pins. As far as the gadgets, the max lift stuff, that kind of thing, we would go to utility. Then we would go down to gadgets, and there would be all those gadgets, right? We would just grab it and drop it. And if we use the true hole tractor beam with the Pyro multi-tool, we would just grab the attachments, and that would be that. We would drop those in, and then you would just go get your food and close that. If I can, it's kind of clunky, just bear with it. You would grab your food, you would drop it in your brand spanking new backpack, and guys and gals, off we go. We're done. That's all we need to do is go back to the spaceport, and we're just going to go right back the way we came. Hey, what's up, guy? And we'll just go right back down, and there's going to be a sign. We're going to go to our left. It'll say spaceport, and then we'll get on the tram, and we'll go back to the spaceport. Here we go. So just come off the tram, hang a left. We're going to go right back into where we come from. We're going to take the elevator back up. All right, guys. So all you got to do is get back in the elevator. I'm going to cut out most of this. You're going to make this silly little run back to the lobby, and you're going to eventually end up at the ASOP terminals. If you need to claim a ship or something, you can do that here. We'll talk more in depth about that in the next video in the boot camp series. But if this is your home station like it is mine, you should just be able to go get in the elevator, and your hangar should show up on the little keypad. In my case, I have large ships, so I have a large hangar. And so there you go. But that's it, folks. That's New Babbage. It's really simple. That's why I like coming here. And in the next video, we're going to go to Lorville on Hurston, and that place is kind of complicated. So, but it's neat though. So stick around, and we'll check out Lorville next. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. So this is Lorville, and we're going to go over here, and we're going to get on the elevator like you normally would. I'm not a fan of Lorville's hangars. I just not. They're dark and dreary, like the well, I guess like the rest of matches the rest of Lorville. We're gonna go up to Tisa Spaceport. Try to cut this out, cut a lot of it out, make it short and sweet. So here's Tisa Spaceport. Directly ahead is Vantage Rentals, and this is where you can rent the raft. So you just go up here and click on Argo. It's made by Argo. There you go. And then there's the raft right there. Cool. Only place in the verse you can get it right now. At least rent it. So you're going to go over here. You see that little ship? But right through there is New Deal. And there's a weird looking helmet laying on the deck. I don't understand that. But maybe it's not drawing the box for it. But that's Kelto. You can get like med pins and stuff like that. Some little basic things. Some snacks and drinks and whatnot. Not a lot there. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tammy and Sons. That's where we're headed to. That's where you're going to be able to get everything you need. So, and there's the ASOP terminals if you need them. But what we're going to do is we're going to go straight ahead. Just going to follow this yellow line and make that run that you see in all the places in Stanton. And we're just going to follow it along through these little security terminals and stuff. Just don't worry about the security guards. They're not going to fool with you. Just keep going. But it is kind of neat here. And just follow it around. We're going to come into this little area here where we have to make a decision. Do we go straight or do we go right? We want to go right to the Metro Center. Going straight ahead in that green line will take you to the admin terminals and like a place where you can buy attritions, etc. But that's not where we need to go. You might need to go there later, but for right now, we're going to go to our right, and we're going to get on a train. And if we run, we might be able to catch it. Cool. Awesome. No, and if you miss it, that's okay. It won't take long for another one to come by. Pretty quick. It's really neat to look at in the daytime if the weather's nice here, which is very rare, but this place is pretty cool looking, man. Yeah, it's dreary and all that, but it's got New Deal, which is a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing if you want a ship, you can buy it. A bad thing if if you want a ship, you can buy it and empty out your credits. But here we are. We're pulling in to the Metro Center, and we're going to take a right. We're just going to follow this yellow line, and we're going to go up a set of stairs right here, and we're going to go to our left. It's the only place we can go. And then when we go to, we're going to go up these right here. Then we're going to kind of hang to our right a little bit. You see that little face through that little open area right there? That's Maria Pure of Heart right there. We're going to cut straight through Maria Pure of Heart, which is like the medical. It's the hospital here in Lorville. And we're just going to keep on going. Now, if you want to get healed up or if you need to get some meds, right there's the pharmacy. You can get them there. This place is pretty cool looking though. But you can go get a room right there off in the left to your left. But we're going to cut through here. It don't matter which way you go. Oh, there's a box on the deck. So what you want to do, check those out. You know, if you're new, people drop them things all the time. And there's another one. You never know. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight ahead. We're going to kind of cut through here. We're going to follow this line. And we're going to keep going. Right at the end of that line, we're going to make a turn to our right. See, right through there. And then we're just going to go straight ahead. And then when we come out of that little hole right there, we're going to look to our right. And you'll see that red sign straight at, there's Tammy and Sons right there. And then going to go down here. And that place right there has got some really good noodles. I definitely recommend it. Go check them out. Nice portions. Good ramen. Here you go. Here's Tammy and Sons, and we can get, I'm just going to cut to the chase. You can get everything you need right here. Okay. You can get armor. Now they got a lot of stuff here. So honestly, just get the cheapest, core piece you can find. It's about the some of those right there are the same price as in Lorville. They're pretty doggone expensive, but I think they got like a PAB1 core. Straight down it's like 1400, and I think if you go down even further, there's like a venture cord. It's like 16. So yeah, get the PAB1. It's the cheapest, or whatever. You know, if you only got 10,000 credits, you need to spend it smart. So we just get the cheapest you can get, and then you're just gonna get the Mac Flex backpack. So kind of pricey here, unfortunately, but there you go. That's all you need as far as those two items. And you need 2 med pens, and you need a well, if you want to get your multi-tool, there's the max lift tractor beam. If you want to get that, you know, it is cheaper here, which is pretty cool. If you want to go ahead and get that, and you have 60,000 credits, but if you don't get the Pyro multi-tool, then if you click attachments, you know, you see there's like magazines and stuff, but if you just keep going down, you'll eventually run into it. That's the orbit mining thing. We're looking for the true hold tractor beam attachment. Keep going. There it is right there. Or you could just do a search. You could go up to the search bar and you could do it that way. Then utility, I think utility is going to be like the mining lasers and junk like that. It's not really what you want. Like, I think miscellaneous. Yeah, miscellaneous. There we go. There's a cruise lux. Get like 10 of those, and then get your med pens, med and oxygen pens. Go ahead, get those 2 items, and folks, you're set. That's really all you need to do. And off you go. You can just do a quick search for it. A lot of this stuff just sitting out in the open on the counters right there, which is really easy. You don't even have to use a terminal for it. But right over here to the right is some storage access kiosks. If you need to use them, you can, or you can just wait till you get back to your hangar. What we're going to do is we're going to hang to our right. Okay. Yep. Not that way. We're going to go this way. Hang to our right. Okay. Then you're going to take another right through there. You see it says Maria Pure Heart. That's right. You're going to go through there, and you're going to hang a left. Follow that yellow line, and there's Maria Pure Heart. We can go right back where the way we came, and just follow it along. There you go. Just keep going.
In her book, Dynamics of a Mindful Life, Maria first understood
Just keep on going.
health isn't merely the concern of
And we're going to be heading back to the Metro Loop, okay? So here we go. We're going to be popping in, so just go straight ahead, and then you're going to hang a right. Okay, so you can go, what you're going to do is you're going to take the spaceport line, which is the blue line. Just follow that yellow line on down. And you'll end up back there at the train depot there. Train platform, whatever it's called. Yeah, there. And there you go. We just wait for the train, get on it, and then that's it. Pretty simple. Here we go. I'm going to cut out most of the train ride. It's a little bit of a ride. Here we are. We're back at the main where we came from. And we're just going to head back to the spaceport. Just follow it on along. And you're going to take a left right here and head back to the customs area. Look familiar? There's another. See like how much stuff people drop? It's just crazy. And you just follow that thing all along. If you got a crime stat, you can pay it there. Just keep going. And we should be pulling back. We should be coming back to the spaceport in just a second. We got to go up these big stairs right here. And boom, here we are. Right back at Tisa Spaceport. I mean, that's not hard. It's hard if you don't know where to go, you know. But there you go, guys. All you need to do now is just go back over to the door and go back into your hangar. Which, if this is your home station, it should show up right on the door. No problem. All right, cool. All right, guys, that's going to be it for Lorville. We're just going to go back to our hangar. So the next place we're going to go to is Orison on the planet of Crusader. It place is a hoot. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, so if you picked Orison as your spawning location, we're going to get in an elevator and we're going to go to the spaceport. And as soon as we get out, we're going to just make this run over to the little tram center. And we're going to be headed to a place called Covalex Shipping over on Providence platform. We're just going to hang a left right here and take a really big jump. That's my cape again. It flies so well because I have a cool cape. And then we're going to just keep running. Oh, watch out for that guy. The same, looks just like Microtech, doesn't it? It's got the same, I've been saying it's got the same exact kind of run. Let's just get on the little, another elevator. They like elevators. Yeah. As soon as we get to the little tram center, we're gonna I'm gonna take a left right there. Get on the Providence platform. That's where we're headed to. Boom, diggity, we made it. That's awesome. I tell you, man, when this tram gets going, it looks like it's gonna run smooth into another building up here. And it looks like that the other tram is going to land right on top of our head. Kind of freaked me out right there. I thought we were about to run into that. This game, dude. I'm not a big fan of Orison. The melancholy music is just, I don't know, man. It's just odd to me. I don't like the idea of, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of this place. It's neat to come see. You definitely need to come see it. If you can see it in the daytime, it is kind of pretty. If you go to Skyview Center. But anyway, here we are at Providence platform. Once we get off the little tram here, we're gonna go up a ladder well to our right. Straight ahead and to our right. There we go. Ladder well. Staircase, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. We're gonna hang a left, and then we're gonna right up those stairs right there to our right. Boom! And just gonna cut right through here. Just kind of follow it around, and we're gonna go down another set of stairs. And we're gonna hang a left where that dude's standing right there. Boom! And then we're gonna run square right into Covalex Shipping. Here we go. Awesome. So check it out. There it is. Everything we need is pretty much right here. I'm just kind of looking around. So there's our med pins, right? There's our true hole tractor beam, max flex core, backpack, everything we need. Right over here is some right there is some Lux, some cruise Lux. You definitely want to pick up a bunch of those, and then get you some water. If you want to get some of the the candy bars, you can get those too. But we're gonna come over here and check out the this terminal here. So we're gonna go to armor. I'm just looking around here. So there's there's our backpack. Look at the price. It's really cheap. Their max flex core is really cheap. So you can get those pretty cheap here, but if you're rolling from Microtech, the gas alone is going to offset the price of that. So don't worry about that. If you're watching this video and you spawn in Lorville or something like that. But you can get everything here. See right there is the max lift tractor beam. True hole tractor beam attachments. Everything is right here. You leave and just going to go back out and come back the way. Hang a right here. Go up the stairs. And just kind of follow it around. And then this time we're just going to kind of go to our right and go straight ahead. Straight ahead. You see where it says spaceport? We're going to get right back on the tram and go down. Awesome. And it's going to take us right back to the spaceport. It's easy business. And this is awesome because it's only a one stop. You get your med pins. You get everything you need to get started in your hauling career right there. Wait for the little door to come down. It'll come, boom, there it comes down. Now you just hang a left to get back on there you go. And then you go to the elevators and you'll be right back into the spaceport just like that.
A friendly reminder to check for your personal belongings before.
Just gonna hang the right and make this run, this long run like every other place has in Stanton. They all have this, it all looks similar. Area 18 is no different. And there we go. I'm gonna go up those stairs. There's a place right there to our right we just passed. You can rent vehicles, but it's not really much of anything. And you can get some drinks and stuff right there. And just kind of follow this along and you'll be right back to ASOP terminals and all that. But I don't need to go to the ASOP terminal. All I need to do is just go straight to my hangar. Now, if I had a bigger ship or if I had bought like a C2 here, you can buy C2s here in Crusader. That's where they're made. They're actually made right here. Then I would want to go to the ASOP terminal to select a bigger terminal. But in this case, I'm just going to get my small hangar and we'll be set. So you'll be able to call your ship up and get out there in the verse and start making some credits. There you go. This is Orison. All right, guys, here we are on Area 18. This is on the planet of Arcorp. The interesting thing about Arcorp, the whole planet is one big city, kind of like Coruscant from Star Wars. We're going to get on the elevator here, and we're going to go up to Riker Memorial Spaceport. And we'll make the run through there, and we're going to be heading over towards the tram. We got to get on the tram, and we're looking for a place called Cubby Blast. That's where we're going to get all the stuff we need to get going. So get out of your elevator. There's a Kelto, some places you can get snacks and med pins and such. Over to our right is a place where you can rent some ships, but we're just going to go straight ahead and go up the stairs right here and kind of make a run through these little places right here. Kind of should look familiar. Every place here in Stanton has it. At least all the major spaceports. Space stations have similar little runs, but anyway, we're going to go to our left. We're going to get on this tram right here. We're not going to make it, but we're going to head to Arcorp Plaza. And I'm going to kind of cut out this wait. There we go. Let's go. We're going to get on the tram, and it'll eventually dump us off where we need to be. Here, I cut most of it out. It's a long ride, but we're going to be pulling in here. And when we get off the tram, I think we're going to hang a left. I think that's where we're going to go. Harcourt's neat, man. I like Harcourt. It's confusing as all get out when you first come here. The first time you come here, you'll get lost, it seems like, but you'll eventually figure it out. It'll all start to make sense to you. We're going to come off the tram. We're going to hang a left. We're headed to Harcourt Plaza. And we're going to go straight ahead. And we're going to go up that big staircase right there. And we're going to kind of hang to our left. Okay. There we go. And we're going to go straight ahead. And we're going to stay to our left. Over to our left is Empire. That's the big medical place here. And we're just going to go straight. Now, if we took a left there, we could head over to Astro Martin, but that's not what we're here for. We're just going to kind of go through this little area right here and just kind of follow this along. And then we're going to hang a right, and we'll be right here at Covey Blast, which is right there. Pretty cool, huh? And we'll be able to come in here and get everything. We'll get our tractor beam, we get our med pins, we get our cruise lux, we get our armor, everything we need. So in this case, I'm going to type in, you can use the search button there, and there's the max list tractor beam. You can find stuff really quick and easy that way. You just got to remember to clear that search, or it won't really do nothing for you. You can navigate to it, but yeah. They got everything here. I'll just cut to the chase. They got your max list. They've got your true hole tractor beams. They've got your multi-tools, your cruise lux, med pins, everything. Your armor, your backpacks. There's the multi-tool. As far as the backpacks, I mean, the armor, just get the cheapest one. But make sure you select torso. I don't care which one you get. Just get the cheapest one. Like the PAB 1 cores will be just fine. Miscellaneous. There's the cruise lux. There's the med pins. And off you go. You could just do a search for those items like med, cruise, and it'll pull it right up. Water. You'll be good to go. And that's pretty much it. Have a look around. There's a lot to see. It's a neat place, man. This game is so cool. He's a hauler. And off you go. So if you're not from RCorp, you'll spawn if you logged out in RCorp, you'll spawn right here. There's a place you can get your inventory. But anyway, we're gonna run. Yep, there's Cubby Blast. That would be back in the day when you spawned in your habs. It was really easy. You could just walk right there and you'd be ready to go. But we're gonna go down this alleyway right here and follow it along. It's really simple. There's the big gears. Again, if you want to go to Astra Armada, you can go that way. We're just going to keep going straight, okay? And then we're going to kind of like veer to our left right here. Just follow this little pathway along, and we're going to go back down those big flight of stairs. I take a really cool jump. There you go. And we're going to head back to the spaceport. It's that simple. See what I mean? But if you didn't know where to go, you'd be running around here for a minute trying to find it. But anyway. So I cut out the wait to get on the tram. And here we are back at the spaceport. I've cut out that long ride. It's a long ride. And here we go. Man, this place is cool. There he goes. That's Chairman's Club armor. That's for being you spent a lot of money to get that set. I know because I have it. But there you go. It is a neat looking set. Actually, I'm wearing the legs to that armor. So here we go. You don't necessarily have to use the ASOP terminals, but sometimes you do. Sometimes the game forgets you're here. And you'll get in the elevator and it won't show your hangar. In that situation, you'd have to go get on the terminal, but everything's good. Let me go back to the back to my hangar there. And here we are. There's my Aurora Mark II. All the paints flew off of it. I've been flying the bejesus out of it, but anyway, get on your ship and let's go make some credits, y'all. There you go. That's R Corp, Area 18. Pretty cool place. All right, guys, if you spawned on Pyro, first thing you're going to do is just go to the cargo deck. It doesn't matter what station you spawned on. They're exactly the same. They're all cookie cutter. So go to the cargo deck. We're going to get our Pyro multi-tool with the true hole tractor beam attachment. We can also get the max lift tractor beam if you've spawned in with 60,000 credits. And we're also going to get the armor and the core piece and the backpack here. You can't get the core piece down at the refinery center. The only thing you can't get here is the med pens. So we'll have to go to the refinery center to get those two items. But other than that, you can get everything you need right here. So there's the core pieces, $890, which is pretty cheap as compared to most of the places in Stanton. And then we're going to look at the backpack, $660. Just pick that one and then you'll be set. So once you do that, you can get back onto the elevator and we'll zing down to the refinement center. There you go. There's some there's a multi-tool. There's a max lift tractor beam. Awesome. True hole tractor beam attachment. Yep. You'd be good to go. And there's your cruise Lux. Let's go. Yep. Doing about face, anchor, and let's get out of here. I'm not a big fan of this whole dystopian thing going on in Pyro. If you want to, you can go to the jump gates stations. They're just like the ones in Stanton. You know, cook cutter. And there's a refinery deck, but this is for you new guys just getting started. Maybe, like I said, if you chose Pyro, which is fine, whatever. We get you set up here really quick. The refinement center is basically like if you got ore to get refined. This is where you would go to do it. So you're going to go to shops, which is going to be to our left. There you go. So we're going to go to equipment. So we're going to just go straight ahead to that little terminal right there. And when you get there, you can just do a search for it if you want. That would be the quickest way, like med pen, oxygen pen, because that's really the only two things you need. But you can scroll around and look at everything. Personal weapons. So there's your tools. True hole tractor beam attachment. So I mean, you would think, oh, we could just all come right here and get everything you need, but you can't. So there's your med pens. And guys, that's really all you need from here. You see how they don't have the core piece, but look at the price of the backpack, man, $13.20. You definitely don't want to buy that here. So all you're going to do is just get out of here, and you're going to go back to the elevator and go back to your hangar, and you're set. You're ready to go. Now you can go wander around the station, but it's really confusing, and some places don't have everything you need. But these two places on every station is where they're all the same. So there you go, guys. There is Pyro stations. Cool. All right, guys. Here we are on Levski, and I'm in my hangar. So if you spawn in your hangar, this is where you're going to go. You're going to go up to the elevator. You're going to call it up like any other place you would go to, any hangar. And we're going to go down to customs. All right, cool. So this is customs. And we're going to run through this little security checkpoint area. And here's the main lobby. And we're going to go up. We want to go to the top floor, the 00 cargo service. This is where we need to go.
Capsule now approaching station.
Now over to our right hand shoulder is Mercy Hospital. We can get the med supplies and stuff there, but but we got to go up here to cargo services to get the rest of the items we need. The core armor, the backpack, a tractor beam set attachments, max lift tractor beam, cruise lux, that kind of stuff. And it's just going to be straight ahead right into here. This looks just like Pyro, doesn't it? It's the exact same thing, more or less. Just a cleaned up version of it, more or less, but it's there. You can see the bones of it. Yep. So there's your cruise lux. There's your everything you need. The only thing we don't have up here is med pens. Just like Pyro.
Appreciate you keeping things reasonable.
All this talk about the Van Dole.
All right.
If you ask me, sounds like they're running from something.
So there's a cruise lux.
That doesn't mean there's room for them here.
Or pods, that kind of stuff. If you need that kind of stuff, they have it here. And then if you go to armor, there's the max flex core. 890, pretty good. And then there you go.
If you ask me.
And there's the MacFleck rucksack backpack coming in at 660, which is amazing compared to most of Stanton. And then there's the max lift tractor beam, 1919. The Pyro multi-tools and the true hole tractor beam attachments. Guys, that's it. There's all the stuff you need, except minus the med pens and an oxygen pen. And all you need to do for that is go. You basically got to go down the lift. There's 2 lifts, which is sort of like the tram station. Everywhere else, we're going to go down to Mercy Hospital on the sub-level 01. We're actually on the surface right now, so we need to go down 1. So these lifts are basically like the trams everywhere else. They're just a way to eat up time.
How are you getting by?
I was doing great till you bumped into me. Alright. So we're going to go down to sub-level 01. Well, we don't have no control of it. It just does whatever it does. In this case, it's cool. It went where we needed to go. So there's Mercy Hospital. And I just open up the door and run in there. And just follow the passageway all the way down. Then you can get your there's a little pharmacy area over there. You can get your med pens and such. And there you go. You'll be right as rain. Boom diggity. Yep, that easy. Let's go. And folks, that's Levski. Pretty easy. Just when you spawn in your hangar, go to customs, go up to the cargo deck on the zero floor, then come back down to Mercy Hospital. It doesn't matter what order you do it in, but there you go. Folks, that is all of the locations that you could potentially spawn in, and I've shown you where you can go get all the stuff at each location. So there you go, guys. Awesome. Okay, guys, there you go. In this video, we did kind of like a brief inventory tutorial. I showed you the equipment that I recommended. I showed you where you need to go so you can get all the starting gear you need. Right here at the end, though, I wanted to cover your path forward for the 10Kers and 60Kers, to get started and make your first million, and then your path forward from there as a brand new hauler. For you 10Kers, your outfitting cost was about 3,100 to 4,700 credits, depending upon where you spawned at, which would leave you somewhere about 53 to 6,900 credits to as a buffer. You 60Kers, you guys, your outfitting cost was about 20K to like 23K, and you'll be starting off with a max lift tractor beam, which is fantastic. You're going to have a balance somewhere about between 37,000 and 40,000 credits, so quite a bit more. So for your 10Kers, what you're going to do, and even your 60Kers, you're going to take your starter ship out and you're going to start running rookie cargo missions. You kind of want those direct ones, but that's okay. Just take whatever you can get. You're going to start running those until you start to notice multiple missions to the same locations. And then that's when you're going to want to start what we call stacking missions. So I'll give you an example. So let's say you're operating out of Port Tressler and you start noticing whether you're getting missions that with like 2 different missions that are going to the same location. Like for instance, I don't know, secure a goldenrod or maybe New Babbage or something like that. You want to take those because when you stack a mission, it builds your reputation a whole lot faster. And the faster you can level up your reputation, the quicker you're going to be offered even more lucrative cargo missions. And it just kind of compounds after that. So what you're going to want to do is run your starter ship until you can afford to rent the Hull A, the ship you see over my right shoulder. The cool thing about the Hull A is it has the ability, well, it holds 64 SU cargo, but with those 4 different panels, you can put 4 different missions, 1 mission on each panel. And it's you can do that. It's easy not to mix it up. And so that's the other thing. You don't want to be taking cargo missions hauling the same stuff. So like if you've got a mission to secure a goldenrod hauling 10, then you've got a mission to like, I don't know, a New Babbage hauling 10. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're hauling different items because they don't crisscross. They're assigned to that particular mission, and if you don't bring all of it, you lose credits for the mission. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you're starting off with a Cutlass Black, you don't need to rent the whole A. You got all the ship you need until you want to go rent a raft. And so what you want, like I said, is a 10K. Just start run it until you can afford the whole A, and then go rent it, and then just you got to make enough to cover the cost. Any of the major spaceports above, like say like Microtech, you go to Port Tressler, Everest Harbor, Bikini Point Surfing Station, you can rent the whole A there. If you're in Pyro, you can rent it at any of like the jump stations. Same thing for Levski. Now the raft can only be rented in Lorville, and so eventually what I would recommend is you go to Everest Harbor and operate out of that Lorville area. You can go there, and they've got a set group of missions that, man, you can just make a lot of credits, and it's really easy to operate out of. Oh, one last thing, for you 10Kers, as soon as you can afford the max left tractor beam, I highly recommend you pick it up. Okay, don't wait on that. That's a quality of life issue, and once you can get that in your hands, it just goes so much easier and quicker. You 60Kers, take your starter ship out, run 1 or 2 missions, and then go rent the whole A. Just, you got enough. You'll have enough credits to do it, and then you will start building your credits very quickly, and then eventually go rent the raft, and then watch your profits explode. So the raft rental is about 63,331 credits. The whole A rental is like 32,319. So what you guys are wanting to do, you want to grind that ship out until you can either A, buy the whole A, or B, buy the raft. And I highly recommend the raft. It hauls what, 192 SCU. To when you can afford it, get a size 4 and a size 2 store all container and keep that on your ship at all times. Sometimes the door, the elevator to get into the raft will get stupid and it won't work. But which means you'll have to get in the ship through the little docking port over on its right there on the front. You can kind of see it there. Anyway, that's your path forward, and eventually, you want to save up to buy a bigger ship. That's the game. The game is grinding and earning credits to buy the next ship. That's the fun of it, and the sense of accomplishment is the grind and having fun in the process. Eventually, as a hauler, I grinded for the C2. That was the ultimate ship to me, and it still is. It's a fantastic ship. Now, I will say this though: with the release of the whole B, that thing is a beast. And eventually, in a couple months, it'll end up in the in-game shop too. And when it does, I highly recommend you pick it up. So if you're seeing this video for the first time 6 months from now down the road, and the whole B is in the in-game store, get it. It's a no-brainer. It's a phenomenal hauler. I highly recommend it, and I will definitely be owning it. As soon as it's in the in-game shop, that's probably when I'll get it, because it's just so good. It's so good. Check out my whole B video, and you'll understand why it's so good. But anyway, guys, Thank you so much for watching this particular episode. In the next episode, we're going to do the hauling boot camp. All things nitnoid things you need to know to be a successful hauler. I mean, we're going to get down in the weeds and try to answer the questions that I see always getting asked in game. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If this episode wasn't complete trash, please consider giving me a thumbs up. That would be awesome. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, and I certainly hope that you do, please hit that subscribe button. You know what that does. And thank you to all the folks that recently subscribed. I really do appreciate it, y'all. It just motivates me to keep going. And as always, I hope that y'all have a great day. Y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Ready, anchor, and salute. Ready, 2. Bye.